Thanks for watching the Paul Farrington Show. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all of the above. And make sure you follow us at Paul Farrington Show on Instagram. Thanks for watching. And welcome into the Paul Farrington Show. All four of us back, finally. It's been a while. Andrew's had a lot of coaching. A big varsity basketball win today. 1 year of Coach Keenan. One Jamboree victory for the high school team.
Yep. First Jambo in 8 years.
Yeah, 8 years. Is that a coincidence, Ziggy? Andrew joins for the first time in 8 years, and we're in?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Listen, it's all the credit goes to the players. Good game for them. Good win. Yeah, and then I'm happy for them. I'm excited for them. Obviously, I've been there, done that, got my playing days over, so I'm happy that they get to experience it. We've
got a great weekend of football. The AFC and NFC Championship games between the Bengals and the Chiefs.
My lock of the year this weekend.
Your lock of the year.
I already know who it is. It's the easiest bet ever. That's why Eagles, it's a rat and it's the other way.
And the 49ers.
Same thing as the Bucs.
I think two great games, two fun games. You got a lot of star players, both sides of the ball. The NFC teams, if you had the Eagles and 49ers, if you had their all-star team, or the best players on those two teams play against the NFC All-Stars, I think that would be a good game.
Well, the NFC All-Stars is those two
rosters. It's those two teams. So you got a great game in Philadelphia there. Another exciting one in Kansas City. Paul Farrington joined alongside Jack Weinberger. We have Andrew Keenan, Robert Ziggy Ziegler from the University of Virginia. We're all back and very, very excited to be. Why don't we start off with the Eagles game? How about we start with is that the late night game or is the AFC late?
AFC's late.
Normally, I thought the NFC was normally the late one.
It switches. It switches year by year. It's just random.
All right, so we have Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals looking to go back to the Super Bowl. Second year in a row.
Not going to get there, though.
Not going to get there. Jack's been fading them all year. You can see our short on Instagram or YouTube, wherever you are on social media.
MySpace,
and they were not on MySpace. But Jack continues to fade the Cincinnati Bengals all season. It started on our second episode ever. We're right here, Andrew and
I've been a believer.
We're flabbergasted as he said Jamar Chase was not a top 10 receiver in the NFL.
First 3 weeks, it was looking great. But I admitted my take last week, one of the worst takes ever. But as you said, Paul, my Zach Wilson take, one of the best ever. When everyone was criticizing me for that, too.
If it's so good, why do you apologize for it?
I thought it was a bad take at the time, but it wasn't.
Yeah, a man who's not confident in his beliefs is worse than a man who's confident in the wrong beliefs.
Word. I said I would apologize if we beat the Steelers.
Is that Descartes?
I made a deal. I'm not backing out on the deal.
Descartes actually does say that in the meditations that if you're not completely certain of it, it makes no difference whether you're only mostly certain or it's completely false.
I'm just a man of my word. I'm not backing out on the deal.
I don't know what any of that mumbo jumbo means, but it sounds like philosophy. You're going against the strong philosophers of the universe.
I said if the Steelers lose to the Jets, I'll apologize. Did I not? I'm not backing out of my deal.
Andrew, why don't we start with you? Bengals-Chiefs. We had Ziggy, Jack, and I voiced our opinions on the previous episode. How are you feeling about this game?
I mean, the line makes no sense, and it's telling me the Bengals are going to win because I don't understand how Mahomes at home in the playoffs was an underdog at any point.
Because everybody loves the Bengals. They're great.
But I don't understand why.
It's because people hate Mahomes' ankle.
But like he's fine. You see him in practice. He doesn't need it. He's not like I know he's mobile. Like that's one of his assets. But it's not like it's Lamar Jackson who can't run. It's Patrick Mahomes' arm is why he's great.
Yeah, but his scrambling ability is huge.
I'm responsibly retired. But if I was a gambler, I would be all over the Chiefs, which makes me think it's the Bengals.
Did you see after the Bengals beat the Bills or on the sideline, now let's go to Burrowhead, baby. We're going to Burrowhead. Burrow owns them. Chiefs. I'll fade the Bengals once again. Chiefs. Chiefs at home.
So the Bengals have beat the Chiefs 3 times in a row now, all by a field goal.
They have.
Patrick Mahomes has a high ankle sprain, and the Bengals, who don't need to have one, have a chip on their shoulder.
Yep.
And all of that makes you believe
you don't think the Chiefs chip is massive too, playing at home and they're a dog and against a team who owns them?
There's a chip on your shoulder.
There's no chip. It's the AFC Championship. There's no chip. It doesn't matter. The two best teams in the league.
The Chiefs are hearing all week. The Bengals are already in the Super Bowl. They're already there. Burrow, Chase, T. Higgins. Oh, yeah, 100%.
So the ankle injury is not a concern to you, Andrew?
No concern.
Me neither. I think he's
Travis. They have Travis Kelce. That's all that matters. The guy's the best ever.
Did you see what Willie Gay said about the Bengals offense today?
I didn't see it.
He was asked by a reporter who or what impresses him, and he said absolutely nothing.
Good.
These people are not taking the Bengals seriously whatsoever.
Oh,
they think, it was a fluke. It was a fluke. It was a fluke.
Stop with this.
No one's taking the Chiefs seriously.
Guys, you guys are so dumb.
Ziggy,
it's the AFC Championship.
Nobody is taking Kansas City with the respect they deserve.
You're insane.
No, I'm not.
No. We're talking about maybe the public, but the teams are.
I'm not talking about the team.
I don't care about the public.
I don't care about the bettors. What this isn't a betting show.
Teams are ready to play.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that people in general are giving Kansas City no respect.
No, I'm talking about what Ziggy just said.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
That's the dumbest thing. Actually, no. Something else later is even dumber. But it's had a dumb day.
Willie Gay is repeating the Jack Weinberger line. That,
the Chiefs,
Jamar Chase is just not impressed.
But what are you supposed to say as the guy's like? What do you feel about the Bengals offense? What's the Chiefs defender supposed to say? Oh, they're great. They're going to kill us.
He's supposed to say, I'm giving them a lot of respect. I'm preparing really hard. No, that's a very standard response. I'm preparing really hard. They've got a good offense, but I'm confident we can beat them.
I think the Chiefs they'll kick their ass this week. The Chiefs. I can guarantee you. Mark my words. The Chiefs will kick the Bengals' ass.
Okay.
And they'll win the Super Bowl.
This Rutgers guy's fantastic, too. Isaiah Pacheco.
Oh, Pacheco.
He's
great.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
I forgot he was Rutgers.
Yeah, he's amazing.
I mean, all they're hearing is the Bengals own them. That's all they're hearing. And now they're a dog at home. Give me a break.
I don't think they're hearing that.
Oh, absolutely.
No. They're hearing that. These guys.
Yeah, 24/7. Bengals own them. They can't beat Burrow. We're going into Burrowhead. He owns the place. Chiefs.
I love Burrowhead. That's phenomenal.
Yeah, of course everybody does. Chiefs.
It's
I think
true.
the Bengals are definitely overrated.
Do you think so? You think they're more overrated than?
I think
they get hot at the right time.
No, I think they're like the third or fourth best team in the NFL. Like people are acting like they're going to be runaway. Like the odds have them even as the Chiefs to win Super Bowls, which is absurd. Which makes me think they're going to win the Super Bowl because that makes no sense.
The Bengals going into to Arrowhead.
If the Bengals were at home, I would say they're going to win.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think you're accounting for the Mahomes injury as much as other people in the sports books are.
I think he's fine.
I think he's fine.
I think he's totally fine. He'll play.
You can't say totally
He'll play
fine.
great.
I watched him in the fourth quarter against the Jaguars. He looked good.
He's going to play great.
Yeah, that's called adrenaline. We'll see. We'll see.
Adrenaline.
Not in the same way. We'll see this weekend. All
right, so I got the Bengals. Ziggy,
that's absurd.
You have the Bengals, right?
Paul, when have I not taken the Bengals?
And the two of you are both on the Chiefs.
Yeah, I'll win the war against the Bengals.
You being on the Bengals, I don't understand.
Well, I sat here and I picked the Bengals-Eagles as my Super Bowl at the start of the playoffs, or maybe after the wild card round.
The Bengals will not win this week.
Okay, we'll see.
It's crazy to bet against them. Last year,
it's not.
Last year, everyone said the same exact thing going into Kansas City.
And this year, the Bengals are the best defense in football.
Wait, is Philly at 8 p.m.?
No,
Philly's the 3.
Oh,
but Philly will
49ers.
Philly's going to win too.
Yeah, why don't we talk about that game now? We could
Eagles-Chiefs.
flip over to the Eagles and the 49ers. That game, like we said before, a lot of talent on the field. The offensive linemen, I know that they don't get a lot of praise, but you have Lane Johnson.
Trent Williams is amazing. He actually might be the best player in the NFL.
Did you know that the Vikings had a trade for Trent Williams when he was? I believe he was injured. He was out for the season with Washington. The Vikings had a trade to acquire him during the NFL draft, and he said, "I don't want to go to Minnesota."
Yeah, I mean,
straight up. Then he went to 49ers, became the best left tackle in the league again.
He was already the best left tackle in the league.
Yeah, even while injured.
He's amazing.
No, he's crazy.
They just run behind him and he takes out two people.
The whole entire 49ers roster. I mean, really, as we said before, both of these rosters from top to bottom are sensational players. I like Philadelphia in this one. The reason is at quarterback, I think Jalen Hurts had an MVP caliber season. If he didn't get injured, I really think he had a chance to win. And then that Philadelphia crowd going in there, I don't care if it's not at night. That is a tough place to play. That makes me lean Philly.
The 22-year-old Brock Purdy, the Wonder Boy,
he looked amazing last week.
Will go into he was good last week, and he was, but he was at home. Now he'll go into Philly, and he'll get rocked. So I'll be taking the
rocked?
Eagles. Yes, Eagles in the big
Your score prediction?
I think the Eagles and the Chiefs both win in blowouts.
What's the line, like 3 for the
Eagles are giving 2.5. So I'll be on the Eagles.
That makes no sense.
I think the Eagles win 30-13.
Well, what do you think the line should be?
Eagles minus 5.5, 6.5.
And San Francisco's really good.
See, now I'm on San Francisco. That line makes no sense.
All right. So you think this is? I'm assuming you think this is a low scoring game. San Francisco pounds it out.
Yeah, I think San Francisco probably wins like 21-17.
What are your impressions of Purdy? We haven't heard you talk.
I said that he's amazing. He looked great again last week. I had the Cowboys win the Super Bowl. My last bet made, and he was fantastic. He doesn't turn
Ziggy.
He doesn't turn the ball over. He does what he needs to do. He extends plays. He's fantastic.
But now this. I mean, I guess the Dallas defense is really good, but this is the best defense he's going to face.
No, they're going to lose 30-10 to the Eagles. It'll be 30-10.
30-10, Ziggy. Why you disagree with that?
So look, I totally get the home field advantage. Mike McGlinchey told his family's from Philly. They own like a local hardware store. He told his family not to wear 49ers red because he doesn't want them to get harassed. Like it's that bad.
Oh, it's a scary place.
Those people are scumbags.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Place.
So I think the defenses are an absolute wash. Right. I think they're both really, really good. So I don't give one advantage to one over the other. You look at the offense, and to me, the Eagles are good. Don't get me wrong, but the 49ers are stacked. They've got so many weapons, even more than the Eagles, believe it or not. And it's tough for me to bet against. You got Deebo Samuel and Christian McCaffrey in the backfield. You got Brandon Ayuk. You've got Brock Purdy, who's shown he can handle the pressure. It's just tough for me to pick against. Kittle's incredible. Like, this team's won, 11 in a row?
They're going to win.
Purdy hasn't lost.
It's tough for me to see him stopping now.
Purdy, as we've said time and time, he's been very good. But he's also played nobody besides
Listen,
Dallas
just bet at the Chiefs. Stay away from this game because you're wrong.
No, I'm right about this game, too. It'll be Eagles versus Chiefs.
Ziggy, last weekend, there's a group chat.
Purdy's played nobody besides the Cowboys.
There's a group chat with me, Jack, Andrew, and Andrew's father, and we throw in our bets in there once in a while. Sunday rolls around, Bills, Bengals. These guys, I'm not sure if you were, Andrew, but I know Jack and Andrew's father.
I was not. I was actually sleeping because I was sick.
Yeah, Andrew's been under the weather all over Buffalo. And I threw in there, no Bengals money line. I got massacred by these guys. And
they won because you didn't actually bet them. That's why the Bengals won.
That's actually true.
If you bet them, the Bills would have won. So don't give me this, I said the Bengals.
I said the Bengals.
You didn't take the Bengals.
Yeah, you saying it means nothing.
You saying it means nothing to me.
Like saying the 49ers and the Chiefs, even though I'm not betting on it, means nothing.
Just because I don't throw out $100 like you guys doesn't mean it's not a good pick.
I've said a million times, this team's going to win. I didn't bet it. Who cares?
Because I'm not a bettor the same way you guys are. At the end of the day,
no, listen,
you guys don't make that much money.
$10 is fine.
$10.
I'm not unit shaming. I'm just saying you put no skin means nothing.
Yeah, nobody's unit shaming at all.
A correct pick is a correct pick.
No, it's not.
I was handing you a correct pick.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
You weren't handing him a correct pick because you knew he was already on the Bills.
I look. He said I love the Bills here today, and I said Bengals money line.
That's like me saying I have $1,000 on the Chiefs on Sunday or on Saturday, and you're like, no, Sunday. So $1,000 on the Chiefs on Sunday, and you're like, no, it's the Bengals.
Okay, let's try this.
I don't care.
What matters is whether what he said is true. It doesn't matter if he put money up. It matters if he's right.
Thank you, Ziggy.
Well, listen, he could say then it doesn't mean anything. He could say anything. Like someone could
it means
who's
something.
Who's going to win, Penn State wrestling or Iowa wrestling? Oh, Iowa. Who cares what he says?
I've said Steelers today, and they've won, but I didn't even bet it. I was saying it for the hell of it.
There's a couple of things here. If we could go back to last week's episode when I said the Bengals will win, there was the first time I said it well before the game, and now you guys could take my advice at this very moment and not bet on the Chiefs and bet on the Bengals.
You put $11 to win 10 on the Bengals. Yeah, you can afford it.
Well, you guys said that I'll lose.
You can throw some random pick out there and bet it.
It's not a random pick.
If
I said Iowa wrestling, that's random. This is an informed
decision. Okay, so what if I say every night? I'm like tonight. Who's a good example? Someone who's not okay. Bam Adebayo on the NBA. I know it's a different sport. Or actually, I could do it for football. I'm like, Joe Burrow's going to throw 5 touchdowns today, and I just say it every week. Joe Burrow's going to throw 5 touchdowns.
That's not what's happening.
You have to say the Bengals are going to win every week, and then I go, you know what?
We're talking about
plus 3,000. Joe Burrow 5 TDs. I called it.
No, we're talking about
the same thing.
To see you throw in the chat just to spite me and Andrew's dad. Say, oh no, Bengals. After we made the bets already, doesn't mean a thing to me.
Yep, I agree.
Doesn't mean a thing. Like you said that because we were on the Bills.
No, I said that because I think the Bengals are going to win the game.
He was on the Bengals all week.
He wasn't on anything.
He was not on the Bengals.
No, he was.
If you like the Bengals, he's winning money on the Bengals.
No, I'm not a bettor.
Listen, you're not on. On is you're not on anything.
Fine, I was picking the Bengals.
You were with your elementary school 3rd grade ESPN Survivor picks that you sign up for. You clicked Bengals money line,
which was the correct pick.
Okay, you could parade that around to your 8-year-olds in your group chat.
I've also thrown out Steelers today. They're gonna win. I didn't bet it, and they win. I don't care.
Well, then you lost money there. You lost money on the Bills. You're gonna lose money on the Chiefs.
So you lost money too.
Yeah, except I'm not saying
so you saying Bengals means nothing to me.
Nothing.
Fine. Well, you know what? This weekend
And
you guys are going to put.
I also don't care about your Bengals Eagles Super Bowl at the beginning of the season, because if you put like $10 on it, that would have been probably some good odds.
This is right. What's even the point of having a sports show if our takes don't mean anything unless we actively gamble on every single game we talk about?
Thank you. No, that's not what we're saying.
You guys are trying to destroy the whole foundation.
That's not what we're saying.
That's not what we're saying.
Clarify what you're saying.
We're saying when we are bet. So say I take the Bills, and we're talking about like, Bills -6, like let's have a good day, and you just write like, you guys are wrong, Bengals, and then after the game you're like, see, I told you I had the Bengals. No, you didn't.
Well, they were. I mean,
that's exactly. Is that not exactly what happened?
Me and Mr. Keenan were like, all over the Bengals. Puck goes, nah, it's the Bills. 100%.
That's not what happened.
No, that's what happened.
I know for a fact.
No, but that wouldn't happen because on the show I picked the Bengals.
No, you didn't. You said you're iffy. You had no idea.
No, I picked the Bengals. I said Bengals, Eagles,
and you
Super
the Bengals
Bowl.
this week too.
And this week too.
So you will not be right 2 weeks in a row. So Chiefs.
I think I'm right most often on the show.
You have led me astray down the dumb Vikings path a million times.
Well, you can't listen about the Vikings.
You tricked me so much that I bet against them against the Giants, which led to my retirement. Without you, I'd probably still be betting.
You're welcome. You'd lose more money.
You also mushed. You had Kansas City. You mushed that backdoor cover with the field goal.
Yeah, I didn't bet on it though. When I bet, I win. I've been following this stupid system, and the system's railing me.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm going there. The system's railing me.
Yeah, because you're a mush. I don't want you on it. I've been winning. You're on it. It loses.
I've been on it all year.
Last Saturday, when I was still a gambler, Paul said, I took every Sism game today. Besides, I'm staying away from Gonzaga. Pacific almost won.
And Pacific almost won outright. Yes.
All right.
You give your picks to your friends or coworkers, they lose. So when you're off, we win.
Yeah.
Look, the system has been floundering.
We might need to break it phone.
The system's been floundering. All right, let's talk about a more calm topic. Nathaniel
please
Hackett,
don't bet anymore on my game.
Nathaniel Hackett is now
take the Bengals.
A member of the New York Jets. Ziggy, you had one of my favorite quotes in our chat today when you said the Jets once again, or an NFL team once again hiring someone to get Aaron Rodgers as opposed to coaching. And I thought,
we saw how it worked out for the Broncos, right? I'm not saying it's going to be exactly the same thing, but I said all year the Broncos hired him for only one reason. That was to get Aaron Rodgers, and he was done by the end of the season because he couldn't do it. It's the exact same situation in New York. This is a guy who functionally what he does. You know, you ever played Madden? You know, like that coaches picks thing that you can click on where it gives you like Madden. 3 or 4 plays you can call. Yeah, Ask Madden. Yeah, that's exactly what he is. He just dials up like 3 plays for Aaron Rodgers. Says, Aaron's
the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, that's great.
You're my guy. No, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying without Aaron Rodgers, he's nothing.
That's fine.
So the Jets have to be pretty confident that they're going to get him. Also, I can't see any other reason to bring this guy.
You look more into it. I can't remember the guy's name right now. Maybe you could look it up. The Titans offensive line coach and run game coordinator.
Okay.
Signed with the Jets. 5 teams were into him. Signed with the Jets. I'd be shocked if somebody who has interest from 5 teams would pick a team who has no quarterback. So I think they might know something behind closed doors.
Pete Carter certainly knows that the Jets' run game and offensive line is pretty good.
Well, it can't be good if Zach Wilson's going to be the quarterback. It's not good. If you look at the stats when Zach Wilson's a quarterback, they can't run the ball.
People probably know something.
They know. No, they know something. Of course.
I think he also had a horrendous year this year and the year before.
What the hell's his name? Saleh and Matt LaFleur.
Mike?
No, it's Matt. The Packers coach.
Oh yeah, Matt.
He was their best men at each other at his wedding. So I'm sure they've talked. If your best friends be like, hey, like we're gonna end up doing like Aaron doesn't want to be there, they could just text each other. There's nothing wrong with that. Be like, what can you get from me? I'm sure they've talked. I'm sure they know.
Well, they're not. Yeah, I mean,
there's no way the Jets hire Nathaniel Hackett, who was supposed to sit out 2023 because of how bad he was in 2022, and if he does bad again, he's done forever. There's no way he would come back to be the offensive coordinator for Zach Wilson. 0% chance.
I do agree that it looks very good to get Rodgers. The only pushback is that the Broncos, when they got Hackett, everyone assumed they were going to get Rodgers too.
And they got Russell Wilson.
That fell through.
If they did a trade like they get Lamar Jackson, fine.
But they wanted Rodgers.
Okay, but I'm saying in this situation, it would be like if the Jets get Lamar Jackson. Yeah. That'd be a similar trade to the Russell Wilson.
See, I think, and this is where you're probably going to be upset with me. If I were a Jets fan,
don't say it.
No, I would really want Aaron Rodgers.
Don't say this, but don't. I don't want to.
I know you really when you look into the cap space, the cap situation is a nightmare with Rodgers. Even if he goes to the Jets, I just think that fan base has been so starved of quarterbacks right now. I don't want to roll the dice on another Sam Darnold, Mark Sanchez, Zach Wilson, as opposed to just, you know what, bite the bullet on Rodgers and see what happens.
Good. What's the word? A good analogy for you that I saw on Twitter that I loved.
But
once I say it, you'll understand. Jack will love it too.
But Lamar Jackson, I'd be hesitant going for him.
Whatever.
It's a long commitment. All right, go ahead.
This is what I saw. Oh, here comes. Sorry. You say your nonsense first, and then I'll give my analogy.
One angle I think a lot of people are missing in this is that Aaron Rodgers and Zach Wilson are buddies. I think that one thing that this probably means is the Jets aren't quite ready to give up on Zach Wilson. Here's a plan that makes trading for Aaron Rodgers make a lot of sense. You think it gives Zach Wilson a little more time on the bench, learn from Aaron Rodgers, who's his friend, and he's going to develop. So Aaron Rodgers wins you a lot of games now, right? Takes you to the playoffs. Maybe you win a couple playoff games. And then you give Zach Wilson another chance. I think that's what's going on in New York right now.
Okay. Zach Wilson is never playing another game for the Jets. Let's just put that. He stinks. That's Jamarcus Russell, whatever. If you want to let him sit there and, get Aaron Water, okay. He's never playing again.
Next Jamarcus or Russell.
If you look at their stats, he is the worst ever. Second, so I saw this thing. And people were saying, like, oh, the Jets can't trade for Aaron Rodgers. He's not Burrow. He's not Mahomes. You can't give up this stuff. He's not Allen. And people and I saw this. This guy's like, listen, we're the Jets. In this analogy, you're the kid at school, and I just want to, senior prom or whatever prom.
Oh boy.
We just want a ticket to get in the door, and then we'll worry about what happens when we get there. That's like the
plan. How'd that work out for the Browns?
We just want a ticket. They
didn't How'd that work out for the Broncos?
They didn't get a ticket. They didn't make the playoffs. We just want a ticket to the dance. Aaron Rodgers is our key to get that ticket to the dance. We don't listen. I'm okay. I don't need the two prettiest girls there. I don't need Mahomes. I don't need Burrow. I just want a ticket in the door. You never know what could happen.
Yeah, somewhat pretty.
You get on the dance floor. You start making some moves. One girl. Who's that guy?
Why are we assuming
the alcohol to get a little more courageous?
Listen.
And you never know.
We haven't made the playoffs in forever.
11 years.
Our best quarterback in franchise history is Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Other than Joe Namath.
No, it's Ryan Fitzpatrick.
It's probably Ryan Fitzpatrick.
No, it's Ryan Fitzpatrick. Aaron Rodgers is leaps and bounds better than anyone who's ever put on the green and white. Put him under center. Garrett Wilson will be a star. Breece Hall will be a star. The offensive line, the AVT and Mekhi Becton are coming back. So that'll be fortified. Elijah Moore. If you watch his tape, he's open every play. No one can get him the ball. He'll be great. And then, listen, we'll pick up some guys here and there. When you have Aaron Rodgers, you know what that means? You attract veterans. They'll come in on veteran minutes.
No, I love the Rodgers move. But what Ziggy was saying is that the Browns and the Broncos.
I understand.
Yeah, he's saying
you can't compare it to Deshaun Watson. No. Deshaun Watson is not Aaron Rodgers.
But a lot of people thought
there is nothing to me that's a con about the Jets.
And also, if you told me the Jets were going to get Aaron Rodgers and sign him to whatever 5 years, $200 million, whatever the hell, Russell. I'd tell you that.
Or Lamar.
Well, Russell Wilson especially. I would say that no way. I don't want to do that. I want Aaron Rodgers. I don't care. Give him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 picks. Aaron Rodgers to come over here. We want you for 2 years. Be great. Jets draft Stetson Bennett in the 3rd round. You're amazing. You sit under him. Or draft a guy like. Look, I don't know what the percentage is, and maybe it's probably going to take too long to look up right now. What percentage of first-round picks make it to their second deal? Or like NFL starters?
The Jets are young. Like, they can give up picks.
Oh, yeah. And we had 3 first. We have the offensive rookie of the year and defensive rookie of the year. So one of them could be, that'll count as next year's pick.
For a team who hasn't won a Super Bowl in it's 50.
So 1968.
What's the math?
54 years.
4 years. If I can land Aaron Rodgers,
oh my God.
I'm landing Aaron Rodgers.
Well,
for me, there's no
here's my question
for
you, though,
the Knicks are
Andrew.
like, you want to have LeBron? No, he's too much.
Wait, go ahead, Ziggy.
Andrew, here's my question for you, though. Doesn't it scare you a little bit to trade for a 40-year-old coming off the worst season of his career by a lot?
No. He also had look at his team. If you imagine the guys who the Jets had, Zach Wilson, Mike White, go throw to Lazard, to Christian Watson, and be in the... Dude, he's going to be fantastic. Get him on the Jets. The guy's good. His arm talent is still there. You watch, he makes all the throws. He's accurate.
He makes all the throws except in important games.
Well, that's fine. The Jets never play in important games, so he'll fit right in.
Like you said, he just wants a ticket. I'm with Andrew on this one.
Yeah, to me, there's no con about landing.
Could you imagine the Jets being like the 3 seed and playing maybe the Steelers on January 12th. I can never imagine that. We're never playing.
I can't. A bunch of towels in the stadium.
With Aaron Rodgers, I think I'd actually pick the Jets as my favorite to win the AFC East over Buffalo.
I agree. Buffalo's on the downhill.
Yeah, I'd say it's neck and neck.
But I'm also
we beat Buffalo with Zach Wilson. Imagine what we can do with Aaron Rodgers. 22 points. The Jets are 12-5.
You don't look very enthused here.
I'm not convinced that Aaron Rodgers is going to turn it around and have an incredible year. We know he's a locker room cancer. No. We know he's a difficult guy to play with. We know he has very little patience for mistakes from young players he doesn't trust.
Good, I would love that.
We've never seen him attract veterans.
Zach Wilson throws a pick, and they're laughing on the sideline, giving high fives. Oh, Zach, get the next one. Good job, Zach. Zach misses Corey Davis running wide open, and they go give each other high fives. I want Aaron Rodgers, when you drop the ball, I want him screaming in your face. Screaming. You miss a block, shove the offensive lineman. I've been over this patty cake BS for years.
I don't think Rodgers is Rodgers is more of the kind of drop a cryptic message in the press conference.
Drop it. Drop it.
Ziggy, wait, I wanted to ask you, so are you more concerned about Aaron Rodgers' actual play or the contract shenanigans?
If they can get Aaron Rodgers for free, fine. If they can give up a single first-round pick for him, fine. If they can give up 2, but if he retires, it's only 1, maybe fine. But I'm just worried about sinking your entire future into Aaron Rodgers when he's so disinterested.
That's not sinking the future.
So listen.
Because here's the problem. They don't have a quarterback when he's they've got no quarterback to replace him.
Why are we thinking about replacing?
I don't think that's the concern.
Listen, we have 2 first-round picks, right? So we'll say next year's first-round pick, we say we draft Aaron Rodgers. 1,000,000% anyone in the world would do that. If you don't, you just don't know what you're talking about. All right, and then the next year, we assume we're going to be good with Aaron Rodgers, so we're trading like the 20th pick or higher, which would be a playoff pick, for Aaron Rodgers. 1,000,000%.
Yeah, to me, there's just no way.
That's not sinking the future. We still have a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth.
People are talking about the cap space, too.
Oh, stop with the cap space.
Cap space matters.
And all our good players are on the rookie deal.
Do you know the cap space situation with Aaron? I know that it's something like he's.
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I was asking if you. I know you like cap
if
space.
Aaron Rodgers gets traded, I think the Jets are going to be responsible for about $30 million.
No, I think it's 15.
I
saw that.
Oh yeah, you're right. They're only. They'd only be responsible for about 15.
No, they're caveats.
15 million.
No, that's great, but I believe that in 2000.
Aaron Rodgers 150 million.
Enough of this.
Thank you.
Go get one of the best quarterbacks ever.
I think there's huge hits.
Win a Super Bowl.
So when the Jets are in a very similar situation that the Bucs were in when they went and got Tom Brady. Oh, he's done. Oh, he can't do this. His team, he had a bunch of young guys who were fantastic, flying around.
Oh, I love it.
He came in,
I love
fantastic.
I love it. I'm just playing devil's advocate with the cap. I think there'll be big hits in 25 and 26.
The Jets can make the cap work. That's not the problem.
Yeah, then go for it. I love it. Peyton Manning did it with Denver. People thought his neck was done. He came back and won a Super Bowl.
I mean,
Favre
Stafford
took the Vikings.
I know Stafford isn't as old, but like his body, he was hurt, and people were like, oh, is it worked? This is a no-brainer. This is the easiest decision ever. Give me Aaron Rodgers, one of the best quarterbacks ever.
I agree.
Draft some quarterbacks in the second and third round. Hopefully, we finally get lucky and get a Hurts, a Purdy, a Dak, one of these guys. Sit him under him. Then there's your replacement. I'm not. Zach Wilson is never playing again. Mike White is never playing again. Joe Flacco should be. I don't even know. He shouldn't be around football ever again.
Isn't that crazy? You just mentioned
he screwed my chances at the playoffs this year with that.
He's horrible.
Isn't that crazy how just a random thought here. You were mentioning all the quarterbacks, Purdy, Dak, all those guys, Jalen Hurts. I believe like 6 of the 8 quarterbacks in the divisional round, or what was it? There was some stat about the quarterbacks who were non-first rounders playing in the playoffs, because I believe Kirk wasn't in the first round. He was 3rd or 4th.
Dak,
as you said, Dak, Purdy, Hurts. Who else in the Brady in the NFC?
Yeah. And then look at the AFC.
Well, the AFC is like first over. Well, that's because the Jets are in it. So, every time we could get we had to beat the Super Bowl Rams when we were 17.5-point dogs, so we'd have Trevor Lawrence.
The AFC was basically all first-round picks, though, right?
Yeah, it was Mahomes, Herbert, Burrow,
Herbert, by the way, stinks.
Yeah, if the Jets didn't pull off one of the biggest upsets in the history of the NFL,
Trevor Lawrence.
They have Trevor Lawrence.
Isn't that crazy?
Never
2 weeks in a row, right? You won.
Then it didn't matter.
I think I laid the 17 in that game with the Rams.
That's the only Jets game that I haven't watched in the past 10 years. I was literally like, I'm done watching Adam Gase run halfback dives to Frank Gore. That's what we do. We say hike and just hand it to Frank Gore, and they somehow beat the team that went on to win the Super Bowl.
Crazy.
Or the year.
Crazy. If you had lost one of them, would you have the first pick?
No, if we lost, we had to lose everyone. Because they had the tiebreaker.
Yeah, the Jets already had that win.
But regardless, if we lost that game, we were gonna get.
Oh yeah, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It's one of the funniest wins of all time.
But again, if we get Aaron Rodgers and win a Super Bowl, it was all meant to be.
Oh yeah. Oh, again, as a Viking fan, one Super Bowl and I'm good. Oh, it's just bliss.
If the Jets won a Super Bowl, they never have to win another game. You could go be the head coach, and I wouldn't care.
Hold on, did Brett Favre go from the Jets to Minnesota?
Yes, he did.
Yes.
He did, really?
Aaron Rodgers isn't going to Minnesota.
Listen, let me just say,
does history repeat itself?
Kirk's deal expires soon,
and then Aaron Rodgers can commit the largest public fraud in the history of Mississippi.
Yeah. I was gonna say, if we're really following Favre, then
the Jets were 8-3 with Favre before he got hurt.
A lot of people today were saying how that didn't work out for them, and I thought that Favre was great.
We were 8-3.
I mean, to be fair, the Jets only had to give up a conditional fourth rounder for Favre.
Got hurt that year.
Yeah, we were amazing.
Yeah,
they got hurt.
Yeah,
they didn't have to give up hurt.
If the Jets can give up
with Aaron Rodgers,
and they'll get hurt. Yeah, that's imagine.
Hey, if the Jets can give up a conditional fourth for Aaron Rodgers, I'd take that all day.
Aaron Rodgers is also a million times better than Brett Favre.
At that age, or just in general?
If just every aspect.
You go out, get one of the best quarterbacks ever, become a contender, win a Super Bowl for a fan base who's been starving for 50 years.
Not even win a Super Bowl. If say they get Aaron Rodgers for 2 years and they make like the AFC divisional round, the AFC Championship, obviously in the moment I'll be pissed, but we haven't. We're horrible.
You just want to be competitive.
Yes,
that's all you want.
Even when
it's okay. It's okay.
You can admit it.
I'm distraught. All my teams stink.
You want to be competitive.
He just wants to be competitive.
Well, I say that now, but then when I'm competitive, I'm gonna like the Mets. I wanted to just be competitive, and
you
now
can't help yourself.
With Rodgers, you want to win the Super Bowl. You want to win the Super Bowl.
If we get Rodgers, I want a Super Bowl.
You want to win the Super Bowl.
Expectation is the origin of suffering, Andrew. If you can't, you just got to let it go.
You know what I really want? I want to beat the Patriots. That's what I want to do.
Oh, you were.
That's not what you really want.
Is that too much to ask?
I don't think we've won in Foxborough since 2008.
He's not asking for a Super Bowl.
Just beat them in Foxborough.
He's not asking for a conference championship. Really, he's not even asking for a playoff appearance.
No, I'm asking for a playoff appearance.
He just
and they want to
wants to beat the Patriots.
I hate if somehow Lamar Jackson or Aaron Rodgers ends up on that team. I don't know what I'm
that's
what would be worse for you. Jets get Favre or Rodgers and they lose to the Steelers in the AFC Championship or the Vikings in the Super Bowl.
What would be worse?
What would you be more pissed off at? Yeah,
I'd be more pissed off at losing the AFC Championship. It
has to be the AFC Championship.
I want to be the AFC champion.
So just getting to the Super Bowl.
Oh my God. Could you imagine?
I'd probably agree.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine a Jets-Vikings Super Bowl?
If
the Jets ever win a Super Bowl, New York City's going to burn to the ground.
If you East Rutherford, you mean?
No, New York.
New Jersey,
Long Island.
Andrew, if you had a Super Bowl lost to Minnesota, you know how you never look at Paul again.
They're not the Vikings are no concern. You can't win with Kirk Cousins. You're not winning the Super Bowl with that guy. I've seen him. He's a fraud. He's amazing. He'll be amazing 12 out of 17 weeks in the regular season. You're like, oh my God, this guy's phenomenal. And then he'll stick.
Oh, come on. I thought he was great against the Giants.
You're going to sign to a
4th and 8. Check down. Idiot.
Yeah, that was horrible. But the game,
that throw was absolutely.
He'll be signing an 8-year deal soon, right? New 8-year deal, Kirk Cousins. Yeah.
No, that's not what he does. He signs these like 1 or 2 years. He's brilliant. He's brilliant. He'll have a 1 or 2 year extension. He'll get another $40 million.
To play well enough, do it again.
Yeah. He goes to Cancun early.
He's a mastermind.
But that wasn't his fault. The defense is just, it was tough. It was tough. All right. Unless you guys have any thoughts you'd like to hit on, we will wrap this episode up. We'll be back with a reaction to the championship weekend. Again, I am going with the Eagles and the Bengals. I'm giving you guys an opportunity right now with that Cincinnati pick to win some money. On Monday, we can come back here, though, and we can talk about your losings.
I'm saying Chiefs by double digits.
Chiefs.
Yeah, it's a horrible bet. Horrible bets.
Wait, who do you
take the Bengals then? Take the Bengals.
Me? The Bengals.
Take the Bengals.
On the other side.
I lean Philly, but I'm not going to touch it.
Oh, so that means Philly's the right team. All right. Chiefs, Phillies. Chiefs, Phillies.
Bengals 27, 49ers 20.
Oh, all right.
That's the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl.
I got a correct score last year. I'm going to get a correct score this year.
38.
You know, last year he correctly predicted
Philly,
the
31.
Bengals-Chiefs score. He was red hot with the Bengals.
I'm saying Chiefs 34, Eagles 27. Reed beats his old team in the Super Bowl.
Oh, yes.
All right, there we go. We'll be back with the reaction show, and we'll see you then. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all of the above. Thanks for listening, and Zach, thanks for being here, executive producer Zach. We will see you next week.